Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a Reiff Knives Circadian rendition, if you will. My Carta handle scales, Magna Cut is the steel. Now, here's the deal. I am not a big steel guru. Y'all know that. And as long as it's done well, I enjoy it. I didn't jump on the hype train with Magna Cut. I do like it when it's done well. I feel like Reiff has it down. I really do. Here's the thing, man. There's a lot of these knives I come at y'all fired up and excited and passionate about. This one I love. And I don't mean it like from a hype standpoint. I mean from an everyday work standpoint. Now, let's look at the sharpness. Y'all see that dirt flying off that sumbitch? Not all ratchet strap is the same. These are some of the tougher materials I've cut. Here's the thing. This is, by definition, a sheep's foot blade. I Googled it, right? And then I looked it up in one of my books, and it is a sheep's foot. I'm not arguing with anybody about it. To me, it is a great blade for work. I've carried it all day today. I did the review yesterday. And here's the thing. Here's what our reviews, demonstrations, whatever are. Just showing you cutting a bunch of stuff. And you can glean a couple things off of that. You can glean the overall comfort of the blade. You can see how sharp it came, how well the edge held up. We're cutting that sandblast hose there. That's some tough stuff. Because of the blade geometry and things like that, I threw that part in for Kev from Peterbilt Knife Guy. It made pretty quick work of the sandblast hose. Now, that is some difficult stuff. Here's the thing, man. When it just comes to a work knife, like I can do this, I can show y'all this, and I am. And I enjoy doing these. I really do. I enjoy just getting out, cutting, seeing what a knife can do. And really, that's what it's all about. But the real kind of review, the real kind of test was today, right? I carried it to work with me. I actually belt carried it. It comes with a tech lock. I really, really, really dig a tech lock. I have T-Rex arms. I've said many times I'm built like the world's tallest dwarf. And please, I don't need to be getting letters from little people and stuff. I mean that in the best way possible. And I'm talking about myself. I have T-Rex arms. My body's longer, my legs, etc., etc. So, for me, a tech lock is perfect. It rides a little higher on the waist, and I enjoy that. I was just kind of watching it cruise through those zip ties. I'm actually looking at the blade now, guys, at the edge. No chips, no rolls, no damage. This stuff right there, that is extension cord. That is a heavy-duty extension cord, right? Knife cut straight through it. I think the thing that I like about a sheep's foot for work, for me, is I can hand it off to somebody. I don't have to worry about them jugging themselves. Now, this one's sharp, so, they got to be careful. I don't have to worry about them really damaging my tip. I mean, just being real with you. I can use it for a bunch of different things. I can use it for opening boxes, cutting zip ties. Today, honest to God, I just went through and had to cut a ton of plastic. I mean, a ton. The knife worked perfectly in the tech lock. I could pull it. Now, it's got some really good jimping, from right above the handle, about 2 inches up, a little bit longer than most knives, and I like that. Before we get too far into this thing, man, let me give y'all some specs. This is just, I like the micarta too. It looks just like a rough, and I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm telling you what it looks like. It just looks like a rough, kind of natural micarta. It feels really good in the hand. And I've got old dead hands anyway. Listen, the overall length from the tip to the pommel, as the French would say, is 7 1/4. On the blade length, let's go with 3. Let's go with 3 1/4. With right at 3 1/8 cutting edge. It does have a sharpening choil. The blade width is 1 1/8 inches. The handle thickness is right at, looks like right at 5/8. Now, The inner grip, which to me is the most important thing, is 3.5. So it's not as big as most, but it has a nice rounded, I'm calling it a pommel. I don't believe it's a pommel on this one, but it's nice, it's soft, and actually to get a good 4-finger grip, my pinky does ride right at the bottom of the knife. But for me, on a knife like this, I'm pulling it a lot. I'm using it a lot. I can go pinch grip. I can grab it really and drop my hand down if I need to. I can choke up on the knife. I like that. I did a little light batoning. We always add a little light batoning in there just to kind of show. And I'll tell you this, sheep's foot with a 3¼ inch blade, it's not the easiest thing in the world to baton, especially as bad as I suck at it. But the knife held up. And again, throughout this, I didn't have any rolling or chipping. Now, it's important that I tell you that for the simple reason, we're not batoning, walnut or black locust or anything like that. I think we did some, might have done some pine and a little West Virginia red oak, maybe some camphor in there. We tried to mix it up. That's a piece of that old petrified stuff from the box store. Now that stuff right there is pretty hard. Knife didn't have a lick of problem with it. I'll tell you this, the jimping also did really, really well on the ferro rod. I always like starting a fire, and somebody asked me, or somebody said, well, if you know what you're doing, you don't need a fire for survival. And you're right. You're absolutely right. But here's the deal. If I'm going to be in the woods, I want a knife I can start a fire with. It's not just a matter of surviving or anything like that. The fire, one of the main things I like about camping out is making a fire. If there's a fire ban, I typically don't go. The campfire, honest to God, means that much to me. It's relaxing. I enjoy it. And I want to have a knife that I can build me a fire. I can take some lighter knot, get it shaved up, and strike one pretty good. It's a good practice for the skill set. And fire, honestly, brings a lot of comfort. It's not just for cooking. It's not just for heat. It's for security, safety, comfort, nostalgia. So I like having a knife that can start a fire. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. One of these days, I'm going to show you all the actual time it takes me to fire this thing up. It's one thing to do it, when you're camping because you've got a big area on the ground and you can just kind of do it. When you're doing it in a condensed area on camera and trying to get it done, it can kick your ass. The Circadian. It looks a little bit like a Circadian, doesn't it? I love that little light forward cant. It would make a good little kitchen camp cleaver. It's just a good overall knife. And I'll tell you this too. This is the kind of knife, and I don't know what, I should have looked at the price. I didn't. I never do. One, it dates the video, and two, I don't want to hear it. If I want the knife, I'll buy the knife. But, all that aside, this is a knife that even if it had a little higher price tag, personally, I would buy. Now, again, kids, I'm not the QVC. I'm not trying to talk. I'm telling you what I would do. And the reason I would do that is this is a 7-day-a-week knife. I love my big knives. I love my aggressive-looking knives. I love the Vicon from Reiff. It's aggressive. It's a combat utility. It's badass. And I would carry it a bunch. But this is a 7-day-a-week knife. You're not going to scare grandma and the kids. It's going to be easily concealed, and you're going to use this sumbitch over and over and over again. Now, the blade stock at the handle, I'm reading right at 1/8, and I believe that's it pretty consistently all the way down. It does taper down, obviously. Would I carry it? Yeah. Here's the deal. I at some point, I'm going to get into more long-form, long-term videos. I'm not going to with this knife because I'm actually just going to carry it. This is one that's going immediately into the work rotation. It's easy to carry. It's light. It's not the best Donnie B all day drop knife, so I threw it at the stump a few times. It's well balanced. Guys, listen, I know that y'all hear this a lot, and I know that I'm redundant with it. I do love the knife, and I like the knife. There's a difference there. I like the knife. I'll carry the knife. I'll use the knife. It is that important to me, and I think I'll report back to y'all down the road. You'll see it in shorts and things, but this is a knife going in the work rotation. That being said, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, we just come off the weekend and holidays, that number's higher. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. Guys, I back the blue. I have since about the beginning of the channel. There's a lot more to it than what you think. The whole back the blue till it happens to you. Well, it's happened to me more than it'll happen to most. Finally, if you're an addict, and Lord knows I am, never quit quitting. Well, I'm Scab. You're not. And we gone, son.